This is our fourth video in our holistic wellness series. So although you don't have to, you may want to go back to the introduction and then look at body and mind before you come back to spirit. In holistic wellness, we cover 8 topics. We're now going to look at spirit. So what is spiritual wellness? This can be quite a contentious subject for people. Just starting with arguing about what is spirit, or do we have a soul? Is it everything just energy? Is it your identity? Is it your connection to the universe, or just your awareness in the world? I'm not going to get into an argument. In fact, I am quite open to other people's opinions, and I love to hear and see how passionate they are about their own idea of what spirituality is, or even their religion. Having said this, when using human design as an analysis and a guideline, we do not ask you to believe in anything or to change any of your spiritual beliefs. On request, I do provide my clients with detailed information as to the origins of human design, but I am using the system, not the client. The topic of spirituality, all I want to talk about is the aura. And the aura is the way that we harmonize with the world around us and align ourselves with our true selves. So knowing your aura type is the first step in understanding how you should make decisions that are right for you. As spiritual beings in physical bodies, we are each surrounded by an energy field that is commonly known as an aura. And of course, again, people will have different opinions as to what an aura is and how an aura looks. At the end of the day, whatever you believe, as long as my guidelines according to what I believe your aura is work for you, that's what's important. We live within our aura, not our aura or our spirit within us. And it extends about 2 arm lengths outside of ourselves. When I look at the G center in your very unique design, it tells me more about how you identify in the world, how comfortable you are in terms of your direction in the world, your rational and social awareness, attraction, attention, love, and attachment, which are so important in our lives, but they can be to our detriment or to our benefit. Human beings were designed to work together for survival, and therefore we were also all given our own unique strengths and abilities, so that when we come together, all of these abilities come together and we can accomplish so much more as a team than we do separately. So we are more than the sum of our separate selves. When we come into each other's auric fields, we also start to borrow energy from each other and complete certain parts of ourselves that allows us to become stronger. This is where connection charts become very helpful for couples and for business people. We can take the separate charts of 2 people and place them together so that we can see how they fill each other on, so how they make each other stronger, where conflict is coming from, and whether that is something that can be changed or something that should be accepted. It's really, really helpful to understand what kind of strengths are maybe missing from a business, and therefore it really helps with the recruitment and selection. Some human design coaches also believe that we shouldn't be sleeping in beds together because of this situation with our auric fields. But in some situations, it could even be good for you. However, if you are having trouble sleeping or you're waking up tired, you want to look at not only the person you may be sleeping next to, but also somebody on the other side of the wall. So if 2 beds are up against the same wall in 2 different bedrooms, your auric fields can still affect each other. We have different types of auras. Some of us generate energy and others use the energy that we generate. Sometimes you can feel tired or drained of energy or over-energized. It just depends on what your energy type is. But the important thing to understand is that we always need to take a little space for ourselves. Energy types need to go and replenish their energy, and non-energy types need to actually let go of some of that energy that they've built up over the day. Aura type is actually where we always start in human design. It gives me the first clues to understanding how my client needs to start to make decisions to make sure that they are moving into a direction that is right for them. Here we see two energy types, the generator and the manifester. Today, the generators are the leaders in the world. They are also the workers in the world. So they generate energy for others, and their life work is the most important thing in terms of having meaning in their life. And they are also the majority of our population. Now, generators are the only aura type that has a subtype, which is called a manifesting generator. And it's often misunderstood that it's a combination of these two energy types, but it's not. The decision-making strategy for the generator is to wait to respond. That doesn't mean that they simply sit around and wait for things to happen. It means that they go through their life doing everything that they know they need to do, but they pay attention to questions that they are asked or things that show up in their lives, and then decide whether it is right or wrong for them, and that will set the direction of their life. I think an example is important here so that you can understand what I mean when I say wait to respond. A while ago, I wanted to have my hair cut, and I started looking for hairdressers. I know to wait to respond, but I didn't do that. I looked up hairdressers, and I eventually decided on one that was close by, went there and had my hair cut. I was not happy with my first haircut. I ended up going back and having it done again and paid again. And then I realized that I was going about it the wrong way. So I just left it. I just decided I'm going to leave it. I'm not happy with my hair, and my hair is really important for me, but I'm going to just let it go. And I was just scrolling through social media in a break the one day, and a friend of mine posted a picture of how beautiful her hair looks after she had it done. I immediately contacted her and said, "Where did you get your hair done? It looks absolutely beautiful." And she said, "Here's the person's details." And the lady actually then immediately phoned me. I went to see her, and she cut my hair absolutely perfectly. So that's what I mean when I say that a generator, and also manifesting generators, must wait to respond if they want to make decisions that are right for them. When they feel frustration, they need to check in with themselves. And there's a list of questions I give my clients to ask themselves. But basically, it stops them to say, what am I doing? I'm not going in my right direction. For the informer, for the manifester, they will start to get angry. And when they become angry, they need to stop and check in with themselves with these questions that I teach them. Manifestors are the initiators in the world, and therefore they can go ahead and plan projects and take steps and go to see somebody to talk to them about anything that their imagination can think of, as long as they inform others. Because if they don't inform others of their plans, they don't get the buy-in, and then they don't have the resources to get the job done. Our non-energy types are our reflectors and projectors. So they use the energy that they get from the manifestors and the generators. Our reflectors can truly say, I am rare. They are only 1% of our population, and they are completely open to influence of the outside world, which in my mind means they are also open to the most wisdom in this life. They must also wait to respond, but they must wait a lunar cycle. So that obviously wouldn't be for something small like when I was having my hair cut. But for big decisions in their lives, they can't just wait 24 hours. They need to give themselves plenty of time to make a decision. And if they feel disappointment, that is an indication that they need to check in with themselves and ask themselves those questions that I would then also provide them with. The projectors are also sort of a minority in our aura types, and they are supposed to wait for an invitation. I have a few projectors in my life, and they can get very frustrated when they're trying to make things happen in their life and things just don't seem to be happening. And it's because they are supposed to wait for this invitation. For example, in conversation, they should wait for questions. If they want a job opportunity, they should do the thing I was talking about in my example, where you let it go And you do discuss it with people, and you do notice things more that have to do with new job opportunities, but you don't initiate anything until somebody actually invites you. And I've seen it time and time again that the projectors in my life will get these unexpected invitations for projects or jobs, and they are always happier than they were when they try to make it happen. Projectors need to check in with themselves when they start to feel bitterness towards the world, as if the world's kind of done them in, or other people are standing in their way of joy, and ask themselves the questions that I provide them with, so that they can better understand why what they're doing is perhaps not right for them, or they're allowing the environment to influence their decision making out of obligation, expectations, or attachment. My name is Lindy. Thank you for watching. Please like my video, it means so much to me. And if you enjoyed it, please subscribe for more.